The John Wick franchise set an impossibly high bar. Does its first spin-off, Ballerina, even come close to that legacy? We're breaking it down right now. Hey everyone, Alara here, and welcome back to Alara Felix. For the last decade, one name has defined the modern action genre: John Wick. 4 films, a universe of impossibly cool assassins, and a body count that could fill a small city. The series, built by stuntmen for action lovers, has set an incredibly high bar. So, the question on everyone's mind is, can a spin-off possibly live up to that legacy? Today, we're diving headfirst into that very question with From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. Yeah, the title is a bit of a mouthful. We'll just call it Ballerina from here on out. Starring the incredible Ana de Armas and directed by Len Wiseman, the man behind the Underworld series, this film promises to expand the lore we all love. But can it capture that same lightning in a bottle? Or is it destined to dance in the shadow of the Baba Yaga? Let's find out. And don't worry, this is a completely spoiler-free review. The first thing to know about Ballerina is that this is, without a doubt, Ana de Armas' movie. She is an absolute star through and through. We saw glimpses of her action hero potential in No Time to Die. And here, she proves she can carry an entire action franchise on her own shoulders. She plays Eve, a young woman trained in the brutal arts of the Roma, the same assassin organization that gave us John Wick himself. When her family is tragically murdered, she sets out on a relentless quest for revenge. Now, if you're expecting the film to kick off with the same breakneck pace as the John Wick sequels, you might need to adjust your expectations slightly. The first half of Ballerina takes its time, and I think that's a smart move. Unlike the sequels, which could just pick up where the last film left off, Ballerina needs to build its own foundation. We get Eve's backstory, we see her training, and we understand her motivations before she goes on her roaring rampage. And this leads me to what I think is the film's greatest strength. Eve is not John Wick. The movie makes a point of this. One of her trainers even tells her, "You'll always be smaller, you'll always be weaker." She can't just overpower her opponents with sheer force, like the God Mode boogeyman can. Instead, she has to be craftier, smarter, and more creative. She uses her environment, her agility, and every single object she can get her hands on to gain an edge. This makes her feel more grounded, and frankly, makes her victories feel that much more earned and satisfying. Of course, being in the John Wick universe, you know what you're here for: the action. And let me tell you, Ballerina delivers. This movie is a symphony of beautifully choreographed violence. It's brutal, it's bloody, and it is relentlessly entertaining. While the story might follow a familiar revenge path, the creativity in the action is off the charts. The filmmakers clearly understood the assignment. Every single fight scene feels distinct and memorable. How can we use dinner plates as weapons? How about a freezer door? Or duct tape? And yes, there are flamethrowers. An entire glorious sequence involving dueling flamethrowers that is easily one of the best action set pieces in the entire franchise. While the first half of the film builds the tension, the second half is an absolute blast. It's a sprint to the finish line in the best way possible, with one jaw-dropping, wince-inducing, and often hilarious fight scene after another. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the Baba Yaga. Yes, Keanu Reeves is in this movie, and it's more than just a quick cameo. He's in the film for a solid 20 minutes or so, and his presence is used brilliantly. Instead of just being there for fan service, he serves as a living legend, the benchmark against which all other assassins are measured. What I absolutely loved is that Ballerina brings back the mystique of John Wick. In the later films, everyone and their grandma was taking a shot at him. Here, they re-establish the sheer terror his name inspires. There's a fantastic moment where a group of heavily armed thugs are about to storm a room, and one of them stops dead in his tracks and says, "I'm not going in there." That's John Wick. I audibly cheered in the theater. Finally, someone in this universe has some common sense. The timeline of his appearance might feel a little squeezed in if you think about it too hard. But honestly, you'll be having too much fun to care. His role is to show us that there is only one Baba Yaga, and it elevates both his character and Eve's. So, what's the final verdict on Ballerina? Look, this ain't Shakespeare. The screenplay has some dumb moments, and if you're looking for a deep, character-driven narrative, this might not be for you. But if you're a fan of the John Wick franchise and you're here for a high-quality, adrenaline-fueled experience with insane choreography and wildly creative kills, then you are going to have an incredible time. Ana de Armas is a born action star. The film successfully honors the franchise it came from, while carving out its own identity. And that's the toughest challenge for any spin-off. It's a movie that knows exactly what it is and delivers on its promises in spades. I absolutely had a blast with this movie, and I'm putting From the World of John Wick Ballerina firmly in the It's Good category. If you love this franchise, you'll love this movie. But that's just my take. What do you all think? Are you excited to see Ballerina? What's your favorite, most creative weapon from the entire John Wick universe? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to Alara Felix for more movie reviews, news, and discussions. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss an update.